Well, he wears ghoulish makeup, a black hat, white gloves, and a cape. And you know him best as Mad Frank. Mad Frank was the host of a monster movie show that took the airwaves from 1985 to 1995. Even though the show is over, a local film crew in Bemidji is capturing its essence in a documentary. Sarah Madison has that story in this week's In Focus.
Mad Frank Presents is a regional program that introduced young and old viewers to the world of horror movies. Now, Arcadian Productions is reintroducing Mad Frank after being off the air for nearly 20 years.
This is going to give fans a chance to see the man behind the mask.
The crew is making a documentary called Mad Frank Presents Mad Frank. It shares the story of the Mad Frank cast, who they are, what they meant to fans, and where they are now. Arcadian Productions has done several film projects before, but the story on Mad Frank is the most meaningful. The film will have history, comedy, and mystery. It also dives into the sad truth about how the program was syndicated across the country without permission.
So people all over the country know who Mad Frank is, and it has a huge fan base. But how did that happen? You know, how did it end up where they were kind of ripped off in a way? We look into that with the documentary.
Recently, Arcadian Productions successfully met its financial goal through Kickstarter, a funding platform for creative projects. The crew got just over $12,000 from donors who want to see this film get made.
That is a shoestring budget, of course, but I think we can do it on that. I know we can, and so far everything's gone really well. It sends the message that, yeah, people really do want you to do this, and they trust that you will, and so that's pretty energizing.
But for this team, it's not about the money. They are die-hard fans of Mad Frank and believe documenting the stories of the Mad Frank cast will keep the art and history alive and well for many years to come.
What we have in front of us, the ability, is to capture them in a glass box and be able to remember them and see them and hear them pretty much for eternity.
For this week's In Focus, Sarah Madison, Lakeland News.
The documentary will be finished and ready for submission by November, just in time for the Fargo Film Festival.
If you've enjoyed this segment of Lakeland News, please consider making a tax-deductible contribution to Lakeland Public Television.